Welcome to the third installment of the Time for Machine Heavenly Hercules airplane model. Now, after we were assembling the gears and things the last time, they show you now how to put it into the base. And like I mentioned, you might want to file the gear axle tips. And I recommend sticking this gear in first. And one thing I noticed was that here they show this plate turned this way, but then when they show it here, it's rotated the other way. Notice how this hole is on this side. Now it's on this side. Also, the orientation of this gear. Notice how they have the teeth folded down on this side of the gear. So here, they show it with the teeth here on what I would call the back side, not towards the wind-up mechanism. So I just wanted to point that out. I don't know how important that is, but the gear assembly looks about the same length on both sides, but just to make sure that everything meshes together, that's the way I put it together and the way I noticed that it was done. And then you put in everything and you turn the tabs of the backing piece that's holding all the gear axles and gears in place. And then the rest of the base assembly gets put in, the struts. And I pointed out that, make sure the operation of the assembly, everything should rotate freely. And this is what I came up with. So far everything's working really good. I think they put this here on purpose so that the gear can rotate even with the spring on it. So it looks like it's operating pretty freely. So next, I'm on to assembling the actual airplane itself. We're done with the base for now. And I notice that now they're actually kind of showing the angles. You can actually take the piece and lay beside the drawing and make sure that you're bending it in the quite the same way as the drawings. And I'm estimating these angles, but they may not be important. But also on this piece here, you end up having to turn up these little tabs here, here, and of course these little pieces here, which will end up being for axles for gears and what have you. So you take these little tabs and bend them up. This one, and like I said, this one, these little tabs, and these tabs. And then this is the top of the assembly. Then over here, I've got these little panels that I've already bent into place. And you can kind of get an idea of the angle of it. This is pretty close. And then they go together, and they show you putting these little bitty tabs that you end up taking off of sheet number 1, these two little green tabs, and then these parts off of sheet number 4. And basically these two little tabs go through the slots, and then you twist them to hold the two pieces together. Now what I did on mine is I twisted one forward and twisted this one the opposite way. I didn't know if that might actually hold it a little bit better. But when I first put the first piece in and twisted it, it actually came apart. So this will give you kind of an idea of how I did it. And it kind of just holds this together, and I'm sure later when this goes in, this will probably get folded over or what have you. So that's my progress so far. Thank you for watching.